no gold is not enough.
Welcome guys, welcome to this video. So very soon we are going to start and create a project in PHP. So when we talk about creating project, we will be storing data in databases. So here I have the localhost phpMyAdmin, and by going there we get this page. Now on the left side we can see that we can create a database here. So I'm going to introduce to you what things we can do and what this tool is all about. So if you for our application we need to create a table. So first we came to create a database. We give any name to database. We are going to put this name into the configuration file so that we can connect to this database. So for example, if I give it a name of project, so I say create, and it creates a brand new database for me here. Now when we create a database, inside that database we need to create tables. So for example, if you have a project where you're storing the posts from users, so you might want to create a table with the name of posts. So I give the name here, and we can define the number of columns we want in that database. Now this is just to give you an idea how things gonna work, so you can see. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give 5 columns, and in our project we might have more, but to show you how things are going to work, this 5 is fine now, and I hit go here. Now when I hit go, we get this screen. Now here we have first name, where we can define the field name. So in every table we need what fields we define here. So for example, in a blog posts, I first need an ID for each post. I need a unique ID. So it is going to be integer, that's a type, and we can select so many types here. We have integer, various character, text, date, tiny integer, small integer. These are limit the number, and we have float. We have more types that we can use, but for ID we need integer, so I select integer. Then we have length and value. We can set particular amount here, like if I say 150, if it reaches this, it's not going to exceed that, but I leave it empty for now. By default, if you want, this is something default, and any further is something that we will be dealing with later. For now you should have the understanding that we can set the name and the type, and we can limit the number. So like for the post we have ID, we can have a title for the post, and for title we want text, and then we might have content for the post. Now content might have numbers and texts both, so we can say varchar in this case, various characters. Now we want to have, like when we use a create a post, we can save that date, created_at, and we can set the time. So to set the time, we have timestamp that is here. Now same way, when user changes that post, we can have the timestamp again, so just like that. So you get the idea here. When user created posts, we get the created_date, updated_date. These fields are going to be on every table, these two, and the ID for unique data. And we will be having the AI, which is the increment. So if I check this one, it is going to increment the field automatically. We also have null, like if we might want to set some column by default null. This might sound a bit confusing at this point, but when we will be working on this, you will get the understanding. So once we have this all, we can hit save, and it says intervalid length. We might want to print output length here 250. Let's see if it takes it, and it takes it. So if I go to the structure, it shows us that we have in our table ID, title, and the types, and we have content, we have the primary key set to it, and it's set to auto increment, so that every entry, whenever a user adds a post, it's going to have a unique incremented ID. So first post going to be ID 1, the second post going to be ID 2. Now you can check the data and browse. Now currently we don't have anything here. Now in case you want to add some demi content in this all by yourself from here, you can do that using insert. You can set some content here, like some title, for example. This is going to go in title field. ID we are not going to set anything because it comes automatically. Then we say some content, and we have timestamp and all. So I go, now it adds the data. It says one row inserted. Now I go to browse. You can see that we have the ID, some title, some content, and then created underscore at is timestamp. Updated underscore at is 000 because we didn't. Now here we have 000 in default, so it's adding that. We can change it. We can also drop as well. So we can remove this by using drop. We can change this particular column by change. So if I change it and go here and use current timestamp, that means current time when this entry is going to created. Use this. We click save. It changes there. Now we get a browser. If we need to insert another record, so I say some title 1. And the same way I say here some content 1. Alright, then I hit go. Now it's going to insert another code. It says here one record row inserted, browse. We go there, you can see now we have another one. And here the updated underscore at is coming exactly when it inserted the time. And we can display this on the page. Now we can change these times when we display it on the page using PHP functions, and I will show you how to do that. Now we can have multiple tables inside this database. For example, we have posts. We might want to create another one that is going to be users. So you can have a user, and then we have the ID, then we mod a user underscore name, a user's email. We mod the created underscore at. So we need to change the types as well. This is going to be text. This is going to be various characters because we will be having at the rate in it. Created underscore at is going to be timestamp as we did before. ID should be auto increment, so it's going to change automatically. Now we want one another column for create updated underscore at here, so we can say here it says add one column. I hit go, it adds here at the bottom. Now I say updated underscore at, and I give it a timestamp too. Alright, so we are good to go here. Now in text I say 200, and yeah, so I hit save. We might need to provide here too. Let's add there, and we insert it. So the structure we can check here: username, text, email, voucher. We have the limit set to it. Now you want to make any changes here, then you can do, like we need timestamp in here. I go change, set to current timestamp, and save. You might want to change the username to something else. You can go change. You can select user underscore maybe first name. You can do that. You can update it, save it. So it's going to be, you can do a lot of things here. Now if you want to drop any of these tables, you can drop them straight away. If you want to drop a complete database, you can go into operations and drop the database there. So there are so many options you have here in PHPMyAdmin that you will be seeing and using once we will be working on it. we once have the database, you can export and import as well, so that if you have it in one computer, you can have it in another. So we will be exploring everything of this as well. So see you in the next video. We'll see, we are very close to our PHP project, so we are going to create it soon, and hope you like it, share it, have a good one. See you in the next one. Bye.
And our goal is not in her.